are the people who you want to come and liberate Iran. Those wars have led to 4.5 to 5 million deaths. Then you have sanctions. Western sanctions. There's a report that came out in the Lancet last year, which talk about the effect of sanctions. There's effects of international sanctions on the world, basically. And they say that Western imposed sanctions by the US and EU since 1970 are estimated to have caused 38 million deaths in total, between 500,000 and over 1 million each year. More than half of sanctions deaths are children and the elderly. In fact, it says children under 5 account for 51% of all deaths. Children under 5. And this is just from sanctions. Then you have the economic domination we have the military domination of the world. American imperialism, 800 military bases, 11 aircraft carriers, more military gear than any other country, than the next 10 countries combined. Then you have the economic domination that follows with that. That follows after the wars and the sanctions and all of that. There's an Oxfam report from 1 year ago. It says the global financial system transfers wealth from the global south to the richest 1% in the global north. So that's not to the entire... Global south means everyone but the west. Yeah, and global north means the west, right? So transfer of wealth from the poor countries, although that also includes China, which is not a poor country as such, but anyway, to the richest people in the West is $30 million every single hour. So $263 billion in 2023 alone. So that's what the richest people get out of this. We're talking about, this is the facts of imperialism. This is what imperialism means. This is why these wars are fought. The dollar's dominance as a reserve currency creates a structural imbalance that alone counts for almost $1 trillion flowing from the global south to the north every year. So $1 trillion, just because they basically can manipulate the dollar and get cheap debts, cheap loans from poor countries, that brings a transfer of wealth of $1 trillion a year, every year to the Western countries. Unequal trade has led to, from 1995 to 2015, to $240 trillion being extracted from the global south. And between 1970 and 2023, global south governments paid $3.3 trillion in interest to the creditors in global north. And they now spend 48% of the entire national budgets on debt repayments. This is imperialism. Mm-hmm. This is the nature of this is the reason for why these wars are taking place. This is the reason why American imperialism insists on maintaining its grip around the world and fighting any attempt of loosening that, because it's good business. That's what it is. And for every $1 of foreign aid that they paid, 14 was extracted.
Exactly. There is this myth. Sometimes you see it, that they're lending money. Yeah. They're giving out aid, but they don't look at the actual overall mechanism of how much actually comes back. Yeah. There is a huge exploitation of the former colonial countries, Latin America, Africa, large parts of Asia. And the whole imperialist system is to guarantee the flow of wealth towards the super rich, that 1%. And the states they put in place, such as the apparatus of the military apparatus of the United States and other countries, is all geared to keep control over the globe, to make sure that this system continues to function according to their interests. Yeah. That's so clear.
Yeah.